represented by Indian host, and Hong Kong, China, represented by Wing Ki Wong. Umpire, Kelvin Martin, Barbados. Service judge, Satyawan Mahadur, Mauritius.
Well, he looks relaxed, doesn't he, Emil Holst? I wonder how he would have looked if Denmark hadn't have won.
Not like that.
That mixed doubles match.
Not like that.
No.
But now you can say he has a good chance to, be a little bit more relaxed and then maybe put in a good performance and maybe a good result.
So just explain to us what Vittinghouse you would expect to be up here as third men's singles, but what's the issue he's got, Jim?
The issue is something with the foot. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's something that's holding him out for the whole tournament, but it's definitely something that they thought that this is the game where they could give him a break. And that could have turned out really badly.
Could have backfired.
5 points ago or something like that, So that was a chance. That was a chance, but hopefully he'll be well and he'll be back for Denmark. He's also a very exciting player to watch. So.
And important for Denmark's prospects. It's bad enough to lose Matthias Bowen. Nothing against Emil Holst, who's got a great opportunity here to show what he can do. But Vittinghouse obviously is a player more experienced, especially at the level that maybe Denmark need, as if hopefully that for their sake they progress.
Yeah, definitely. And that, there's no doubt that Emil has talent and is a good player, and he has actually he played a team match against Hans, where I think Hans won 22-20 in the deciding third set. So he's getting closer to it, but he's never played in this tournament. He's never played in big halls with a lot of drift and all this. That is experience. So that's going to be interesting to see how he copes with that.
Yep, and this man, Wong Wing Ki, he's just slipped down the rankings really in recent times. Had a bad last year really since the World Championships. We went into those World Championships thinking of being in the top 10 in the world, and now he's outside the top 30. So maybe an opportunity here for Emil. Now the pressure's off as well to maybe cause what looks on paper an upset.
Yeah. Well, there's these chances you need to take. As a young player coming up, you need to take advantage of these situations. Gives you confidence for the future.
The last match of one session. Court 4. Union 5, Group X. Second results. Korea represented by
Here is Wong Wing Ki, as I say, 39 in the world. But look at that win-loss ratio. In 2014, he's only won one match. Most recently, he lost in the first round of the Badminton Asian Championships. I mean, a year ago, Indonesia was trying to tap him up, trying to get his father's from Indonesia. They were trying to get him to go and play for them. Now, I mean, to be fair to him, even though he was getting the attention, he said, "No, I was born in Hong Kong. I'm a Hong Kong player." But since those World Championships, really, he's hardly won a match.
Oh, well, once again, it is something is coming up. Something is doing well. Nobody knows who you are. You're performing well. You're playing upwards instead of downwards. Then staying up there is a different.
Yeah.
That's where you see the world class players like Lee Chung-wei and Lin Dan. They're up there. And they stay up there. Of course, Lee Chung-wei stays up there by winning, and Lin Dan, of course, has lost his ranking because he hasn't played that much.
But he still won.
But when he shows up, he wins. It's a different case.
It's close to winning at least, yeah.
He's
Denmark to serve.
Yeah, he wins. Most of the times he wins.
Play.
So the final rubber in this Thomas Cup tie between Denmark and Hong Kong underway. Emil Holst of Denmark winning the first point as Wong Wing Ki sends the shuttle just wide.
And a good start for Emil.
He plays double still as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, sometimes. and mostly in Europe.
Yeah, he's won every year the last 3 years. Won the Finnish Open this year as Emil Holst. But of course he's been playing at a different level of tournament to his opponent at the other end, and that's a very nicely placed drop shot from Wong.
Yeah, but that's the step that's always important for a Danish player. You know, these tournaments that he's winning, you know, he should be winning.
If he wants to make it to a better level.
Denmark, that's nothing. You know, I'm not taking anything away because you need to take that step, but what you will be compared on is going out here and performing in the biggest tournaments on the biggest stage in the world. That's what he needs to aim at. So he needs to win those comfortably, and he needs to win them on a regular basis. So he's only playing the big tournaments and not playing those tournaments anymore.
Yeah, he's 23, so not what you'd consider necessarily young.
No,
but still time.
Well, he's older than Victor.
Yeah,
there you can see it's
5-2. Service over. 3-5. Service over.
Yeah, and we have to take into consideration also Wong sitting out there, maybe waiting to go in and finish off the match for Hong Kong, and now it's a totally different situation.
Yeah, anticlimactic, isn't it?
It must be. It must be.
7-3.
It's nicely played from Holst.
8-3. Service over. 4-8.
No really good rallies so far. Great smash.
6-8.
Victor Axelsen losing that men's singles in the like, but that is he the sort of player who can brush it aside easy enough and go on to the next few matches?
I would think he is. He's probably already looking forward to going there and make up for that.
Oh, missed the opportunity there, Emil Holst.
7-8.
Should have put that one away, but yeah, it's it.
But Denmark's sake, he has to.
Yeah.
Because they need him at his best. But he was up against the better players today. Wai played really well.
Just wide. It was wide.
Service over. 9-7.
We've only had 3 challenges, haven't we, so far?
Yeah.
Today.
10-7.
Very similar 2 points in a row. Emil Holst with a nice interval lead, 11-7. He leads against Wong Wing Ki. Confirmation, 11-7, 3-1 to Denmark.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
No tension now, is there, in this men's singles match? But settled pretty well, hasn't he, Emil Hulst?
Eleven, 7, play.
Thomas Cup debut. He's got off to a good start. Playing his shots, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really playing freely. It's good to see. He's got a lot of good shots. In me, it's good touch. It's very good touch. Has a lot of deception shots as well. And you can just see that he has nothing to lose. He just plays freely. It's good to see. But you can also see the Wong is he's struggling. He's struggling to find his game.
8, 13.
Yeah, it's incredible how game can change. I mean, you see it in all sports, but here's a guy, you know, that reached the last 16 in the Olympics. You know, there was knocking on the door of the top 10 in the world a year ago, and then suddenly can't buy a match.
No.
Can't find a win from anywhere. I mean, he's only 24 as well, but it's hard to pick yourself up. You suddenly,
14, 8.
you're thinking big, and then suddenly it's like, oh my goodness, where am I going here?
Yeah. But it is this. There is players who have finding it difficult to cope with that being, as I said, when I mean playing downwards, is playing against somebody you have to beat every time, instead of, well, nobody's really going to notice if I lose to this guy because he was the favorite. And you have seen players who come up and they keep beating, oh, did he beat him, and did he beat him, he's really becoming good, and then suddenly he has to beat them again. And that's where you can see if you're a class player or a world-class player.
Sure.
9.
Because a year ago, if Emil Hulst would have beaten Wong Wing Ki, you'd say that's a huge upset. But if he does it today, it wouldn't be a huge upset.
No.
10, 60.
It's a great shot. Fantastic. It's good front court play from Emil.
17, 10.
Good rally. One of the longest of the day. Oh, well played. Oh no, he's
18, 10.
Yeah, he looks very much at home, doesn't he, Hulst? Establishing a very good lead here. Yeah, looks totally dispirited, doesn't he, here, Wong?
10.
Ah,
Service over.
he's going for everything.
19. Service over. 20. Game point. 11.
Game points for Emil Holst to come pretty quickly, just 11 minutes played in this fifth rubber.
That's
That's
good shot.
one save.
Service over. 12.
It seems to be his go-to shot. Well,
Yeah, it is.
Played that a few times. Oh, well played. It's more like it. Good rally.
13. 20.
Not over yet.
14.
Well, 3 game points saved. Unfortunately for Wong Wing Ki, there's another 6 to go.
Game.
There we go. So Emil Holst halfway to giving Denmark what would be a 4-1 over
21.
4-1 overall
14.
scoreline. 21-14 he has taken this opening game in the 5th rubber between Denmark and Hong Kong. Well, they must be pretty encouraged by what they've seen from Emil Holst.
Yeah. As I said, this is the moment where you can, as a young player, relatively young player, have a chance to make a result.
Yeah, we'll never know how he would have performed if it had been 2-all going in, but we can only do what's ahead of him here, and so far Emil Holst has done everything that could have been asked of him.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how he copes with being on that side now. He is on the side where the drift is really going that way. So he's going to continue playing the style he played in the first game, or is he going to change it and be aggressive all the time and keep the shuttle down? That's
over. 1 love.
Key used to be known as Wong Shu Key, but apparently Shu means loser, so he got rid of that one.
Pretty important.
2 love.
Is it shoe like in a shoe, or is it shoe?
I would think it's not as in something you put on your foot. No.
Okay, I don't want to walk around and losers. You see, not gonna find it that easy here in the second to play that kind of game he did in the first game, because Wong's got the sideway control, the backcourt, so he's gonna have to work hard for it now.
And the first 3 points going to Wong.
Service over.
Off the mark.
1 3. Service over. 4 1.
Great shot.
Service over. 2 4.
He's playing with a lot of confidence, isn't he? Fortunately, we haven't had any speeds, have we, in terms of smashes, but that was be one of the fastest.
Yes.
Service over. 5 2.
Yeah. See, in the start, it
6
suits Wong much better to be on that side with the type of game that he's playing. More or less, you know, all around rallying. He can control his shots, and it takes. Curse of the commentator. He takes you know, it takes a little bit of the power off of Emil. So he knows he doesn't have to worry about the backcourt. He can worry about being in defense, and therefore he's ready for Emil's shots. Nice, good shot.
Service over. 7 3. Eight 3. Service over. 4 8.
Just long from Hulse there.
Service over. 9
It's
4.
a nice lead that Wong has opened up in this second game.
Yeah, you can see he's playing a faster tempo now. He's also
10
forcing Emil to do a lot of mistakes that we didn't see in the first game. So Emil is having trouble at the minute coping with the pace of Wong. You see there, he just doesn't have time to
It's amazing the difference just changing ends has made to the momentum in this match. 11-4 to Wong at the interval. Because you look at it's the same dimensions of court. You know, players you look to be firing on all cylinders suddenly made to look ordinary.
Yeah, but it means so much. That's why we're talking so much about it, because it does mean a lot. But you can say in the case that, you know, does it make a difference for now? Probably a bad example to use Roger Federer because he can win on all surfaces. But does it make a difference for John McEnroe, who everybody probably knows when he played in Wimbledon with serve and volley, or on the clay? You know.
So a very different feel to this second game to what we had in the first, although a mistake on the serve straight away from one.
5-11.
Go left.
6-11.
Good start.
7-11. Eight-11.
$11-4 has quickly become 11-9.
9-11.
That's good tempo now from me. Oh.
Service over.
Stopped a run of 5 points in a row.
That's a way to stop the bleeding.
12-9.
Great shot. Turns the racket at the end. So one thinks it's going cross, but it goes straight. Just look at this. There he changes just in the wrist. He turns his wrist like a...
It looks like a bit of top spin on it, doesn't it?
Service over. 13-10.
Great play. Very aggressive.
Service over. 11-13. Service over. 14-11.
Great defense.
Good rally, but Mon just stood firm, didn't he, throughout?
And very hard work for me.
Service over. 12-15.
Oh, mishit it. It's a good read though. Unlucky.
Service over. 16-12.
Yeah, there's the opportunity. Went a few shots before that, didn't he, Emil Holst?
Seventeen, 12. Service over. 13, 17.
That was nicely placed from Wong Wing Ki. He looks as if he's going to be
13.
taking this final rubber to a third game.
Service over. 14, 18.
Very nicely done from Emil Holst here.
Service over. 19, 14.
So, game points for Wong Wing Ki.
20, game point,
And
14.
his decisive Holst was in the opening game. You have to say one similar in this second.
Yeah, equally as good on that side. Maybe Holst a little bit better.
Service over.
But 1 point right there, yeah.
But you can see how much the
15,
difference it makes, and now you
20.
can see how important that toss actually is in the beginning of the match if we are going to choose side. So you have to remember you have to change side in the middle of the third game.
Second game won by Hong Kong, China.
Right now
21-15.
it's looking good for Wong.
One game all.
It is, but it's going to be Denmark's day anyway. But a chance for Wong Wing Ki to reduce the deficit. It's 1 game all in the final match. So here are some of the statistics from the match so far. You can see Emil Holst suddenly been a little more dominant in the net. And Wong Wing Ki winning more points very much at the back of the court.
Final game. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So we're coming towards the end of this match between Denmark and Hong Kong in the Thomas Cup Day 1, and it's been a very enjoyable first encounter for us here on this opening day in Delhi at the Siri Fort Sports Complex. As far as the overall tie is concerned, well, Denmark know they are going to win, but will it be 4-1 or 3-2? This decisive game will decide that. It could be important as well.
Yeah, it is. Talked about it's about avoiding. Oh, great shot! About avoiding China. So if it comes down to
Service over.
how many games won and matches, then this could be right. By Wong. It's funny, you can just see how difficult it is for the players, this drift, because you see them get shots back where you're thinking, how on earth did you do that? But then a comfortable lift like that, they hit it out, and that's because they think, okay, I'm out of the difficult part, now comes the easy part, and then they forget about the drift. And we are talking about at least half a meter to a meter on that side, and then also, as you can see, goes from left to right. So
yeah, look at 5-1 the lead. It's almost like it's a different match again, isn't it? And given they obviously are going to swap ends at the interval, important for Emil Hulse, he gets as big a lead as he possibly can.
Yeah, he needs it. He's playing well.
He's opened up a 5-point lead here.
6-1.
Wide.
Oh, I think we'll have a challenge here. Indeed, well, we are.
I thought that was wide, but then again,
well, he's going to challenge it. But we thought earlier today
he called it good. Lang just called it good.
It was called good, but Emil.
So why is Wong challenging it?
No, it was Emil who challenged it.
No?
Yeah, Emil put his hand up.
I think maybe Lang just changed his mind, and then Wong went into challenge. It was Wong who went out to the referee, or the umpire, sorry. I think, but that is a challenge.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it was good. There you go. The shuttle was in.
Yeah, so Wong wins it.
Yeah.
Man, I've called so many bad calls in my career. I must apologize to everybody that I play against, because I do not want to think about how many matches have been decided in that.
So you're pretty pleased they didn't have Hawkeye in your day.
Service over.
I hate to think it, but I probably lost on some of it too.
2.
But that one, for me, I can only say from where I'm sitting, that looked like, that was out. And
but Emil was right in front of it. He thought it was out as well.
Yeah.
Service over.
But it is, because the call is the tip of the shuttle is round, so you can't really see where the impact is. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of it. All the back cards. It's actually.
He's got some punch in that, hasn't he?
8-3.
Short there to be hit, but gave it a bit of a thump.
Not gonna fall for that again.
Service over. 4-8.
Well, it's starting to fill up a little bit. Sure it'll be busier this afternoon and certainly tonight.
It's in. Oh, it's
nice.
again.
You haven't got it wrong again, have you, Jim?
I think actually that is out. I'm going to call it out.
Back.
I'm going to call it out.
Call is
I think he's right.
in.
Who, you think Wong's right, yeah?
He's right, yeah.
Here's how little replay, and
That's out. That's out.
but has any of the shuttle touched the line? That's the question.
Very interesting.
Just needs any slight touch of the line.
Out.
Wong made the challenge, and
Yes.
oh,
Look. So
you got one right, Jim. Well done.
8. Play.
May make a line judge out of you yet.
but you can see why it's been difficult over the years to be a line judge.
Oh
You know,
God, yeah. No, I
having to sit there and
don't think anyone would
decide big matches.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would dispute that. They only get one look at it. You know, we looked at a replay. We weren't 100% convinced either way.
It's a tough job. Oh, good
Fastest
flick
racket sport there is, isn't there, badminton?
Yeah.
10-5.
So good advantage for Emil Holst going into the interval. 11 points to 5, but is it a big enough advantage? Of course, with the players having to swap sides. 6 points his lead in this final game in the men's singles. The return short, and Emil Holst duly put it away. So 11-5 to Holst in this final game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
And it's just about now having to adjust the conditions on the other side of the court for Holst here.
It's going to be interesting here. For Emil, it's going to be vital here at the start of on this side that he gets a good start.
Does have a few points to play with.
Yeah, but still, a very good point for him.
12-5.
And you can say, of course, this victory, if he could get that one, it would be mean, of course, for the deciding for games and everything when everything is. Oh, that's good. But also for the confidence of the Danish team, you know, instead of thinking, wow, we were close to losing this one. Well, 4-1 sounds better, you know. So that's a big gap now for Wong to catch up on.
Yeah, 8 points. The difference. 5 points in a row again here for Emil Holst. That's 6 points in a row.
14-5. Service over. 6-14.
Great rally.
7-14.
Excellent.
Service over. 15-7. Thank you. Mopper. 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 Listen. Thank you. Nine.
Well,
16-7.
he's been as exemplary this end of the court as he was at the other end of the court in this game, Emil Holst. Yeah, another winner there. Beautifully put away.
17-7.
And surely now there's no way back here for Wong Wing Ki.
Service over. 8-17.
Good drop shot.
Service over. 18-8.
Getting closer
19-8.
to a debut win for Emil Holst here.
Service over.
Really went for it there.
9-19.
This is a very good result for Emil. And not only here, it's also done in India. It's done in a venue he's not used to playing. So that should give him a great confidence boost for the rest of the tournament and for the practice back home.
Service over.
And also for the Danish team
20,
knowing, you know, if
match
Fittinghouse
point, 9.
needs to rest up for another match or so, then they certainly can rely on him. Match points. And he took it at the first time of asking, really convincing in that third game. He is absolutely delighted, and so he should be. 21-9. He has won it in the third game. Emil Holst gets another point for Denmark. They are going to win the overall tie 4-1.
21-9.
Yeah, he enjoyed that. "47 minutes on court. Holst celebrates victory. Well, there you are. Denmark winning 4-1 with Emil Holst taking that third game, 21 points to 9. So how will the Danish team, do you think, see this one then, Jim, overall?
Well, good things and bad things.
But isn't
the
it good to
thing
be
was
tested, isn't it?
It's good to be
come through?
tested. It's also good to have been out there. We have now you can say, I think this game would have been different if it had been a deciding game. Not taking anywhere away from Emil's victory, but it would have been different. A lot of other circumstances would have come into the game. But getting that thing when you were on the edge of, because Joachim and Carsten knew this, they had to win that one.
Yeah.
Can really help them going forward in the tournament. And then of course Jan got off to a good start, and the men's doubles got off to a good start, and Emil got a win.
Service
Victor
over.
needs to come back and prove a point. So good start for them.
But in terms of, you have a nervous moment. It could have been ended up in defeat, but the fact they've come through it and won 4-1 in the end, a lot's been learned.
Yeah, you often see that happening in team events and also in individual. When you've been out there and you thought, well, they did have trouble in that men's doubles, second men's double. Then you are playing a little bit better the rest of the tournament. So for Denmark, let's hope that.
And for Wei Nan, obviously a very positive display.
Unbelievable. I can't even say that Victor played that bad. He was just up against a better player today.
Emil Holst, though, got his job done. And we're going to hear from Emil very shortly as well. Gary enjoyed it. That's how much it meant. Really, absolutely delighted. So he should be.
Match won by Denmark, 21-14, 15-21, 21-9.
So that means Denmark won the overall tie by 4 matches to 1. Of course, they still have Japan and England to play in the group here. But job done so far today, that's for sure. The European champions getting the job done. So Denmark off to a winning start in Group B. Emil Holst getting the final win to make it 4-1 overall. He's down there alongside his coach Kenneth Jonassen. I think we can hear from them both now.
Quite a frustrating match in this final in the end for Denmark. So how do you see the team's overall performance?
I think we were fighting a lot, the Danish team, but a lot of the players also played very well. And it was nice that our men's double got the third match, so we won the team match.
Denmark 4-1 up. So how do you see overall the team's performance as a coach?
Well, I think, as Emil said, that we had a good team match. There was some nerves going on in that second men's double, but I think overall our performance from the team was pretty good, considering it's a first round match. And we knew that Hong Kong was going to be tricky. I'm especially delighted with how the way the first men's single and the third men's single played today. I think they played extremely well.
Tough draw with the likes of Japan also in the group.
Sure, obviously Japan is favourites, but I think we have a good balanced team that can harm them.
All the best and thanks for talking to Star Sports.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So a very satisfied coach and obviously a very pleased player. Funny, Emil there did mention straight away the fact that Carsten Mjøkken won. You know, that was a real boost.
Yeah.
Not just for the team, but for him personally. Obviously, it meant that when he came into that match there against Won Wing Ki that went to 3 games, it meant it wasn't a decisive one. It was a terrific start from Janne Jorgensen. Mads, Conrad and Kolding also very solid. Then with Wayne Nam beating Victor Axelsen, that scratch pairing of Mogensen and Fischer Nielsen, that was a really important one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they only pulled away in that third set round. They got to that lead 2-point gap. I think it was 12-10. That was where it was decided, not before. So,
well,
yeah.
It's been a fabulous morning's play, hasn't it, from the Serie 4 Sports Complex. Denmark, well, given a little bit of a worry through that match against Hong Kong, but in the end, they came through to win it by 4 points to 1. From Jim Lagerson and myself, Richard Kaufman, we look forward to your company again soon. It's one of the highlights of the badminton calendar, and the world's finest players have gathered for the 28th staging of the Thomas Cup. It's an event that dates back to 1948 and the 25th edition of the Uber Cup, which was first held in 1956. China are the country defending both titles after their victories in Wuhan 2 years ago, and they're the favourites to win again over the next 8 days. But badminton's best will be trying to fly their own flag of their nation and bring home the gold medal. And the Li-Ning, Thomas and Uber Cups come from India and its capital city of Delhi. This is the world's second most populous city, where cricket is a national obsession, but where badminton is fast gaining popularity. Delhi, a cosmopolitan city, the political hub of India, with its numerous national institutions and landmarks. This is a city rich in history and culture, tastes and ambience. And it's at the Siri Fort complex that we host this event that takes place every 2 years. Yes, I'm Richard Kaufman, alongside former Denmark player Jim Laugersen. A very warm welcome to the opening day of the Li-Ning, Thomas and Uber Cups. 8 days of wonderful badminton ahead, with badminton's best battling it out, playing for pride and for nation. And our first offering from the Siri Fort Sports Complex is the Group B clash between Denmark and Hong Kong. Also in this group are England and Japan. Well, not too many yet in the arena, but lots to look forward to, including this man leading the way for Denmark, the European champions, and of course the semi-finalists in the last two Thomas Cup in Wuhan back in 2012. World number 3, Janne Jorgensen, of course, with Peter Gade now retired, and of course the blow for Denmark that Mathias Bo is out injured. Maybe a greater emphasis on the ponytail one here to lead from the front. Janne Jorgensen will be first up for Denmark in the men's singles. And as I mentioned, Jorgensen up first against the world number 11, Hu Yun. Then we got the first of the men's doubles, the Mads for Denmark up against Karlong and Law Chie-Hun. Then Victor Axelsen will be in action, the tall man up against Wei Nan. And Hong Kong putting together Tang Chun Man and Law Chie-Hun. Law playing for the second time up against the new pairing, because no Mathias Bo, it's Mogensen and Joachim Fischer-Nielsen. And finally, Emil Host and Wong Wing Ki are the third singles players for their respective countries. All 5 rubbers will be played, even if it is 3-0 to one of the nations after the first 3 matches. Well, the players are just about ready to make their way out onto court. Janne Jorgensen leading the way, Hu Yun straight behind him, and it's about time we said a very good morning to Jim Laugersen. Jim, it's pretty noisy.
It's very noisy
in the complex, but we can hear you. Obviously a Dane yourself, you know what's going through these players right now. There might not be a lot of people in this complex, but still the butterflies will be going.
They are definitely going. This is something that's very important for Denmark. It's always a tournament where you get to play as a team, and in Denmark that's very vital and very special for the players. So he's got butterflies.
I mentioned obviously there when we watched Jorgensen in that little bit of videotape we were seeing it at the early stages of our output here. He is important for Denmark, like everybody's number 1 singles players is, because you want to get the team off to a good start.
Oh yeah, a lead in this match will be giving the other players on the team a lot of confidence. So of course it's very vital that he get off to a good start.
But it's a great way to start the Thomas Cup as we see the preliminaries going through. He's up against Hu Yun, world number 11 himself, an experienced